up with the Aki Franchise Consultancy. And when we started up, we concentrated first of bringing in foreign brands to the Philippines.
Yes.
Because the local market was not yet ready for it.
Okay.
And then, particularly after the Asian crisis hit us, 1997,
Yeah.
that changed the franchise picture in the Philippines.
So the crisis was good for the franchise business?
Crisis is always good for franchise business.
Really?
Yes.
You have to explain.
Okay, no, two reasons. Number one, if you have money
Yes.
and there's a crisis and you want to invest your money safer,
Oh, yes, definitely.
the safest way to invest the money is get a franchise. Okay?
Okay.
Second, if you have a business and there's a crisis and you want to expand it, you might not want to put in your own money. You might want to search for other sources. So the best way is become a franchisor and go into franchising. So every time we have a crisis, we actually very much booming.
Actually, I think that holds true with network marketing too, right?
I don't know, but I know with franchising, it really happens like that.
Yes, I
So
believe.
we're doing well now. At the moment, there's no crisis, but we're still doing very well also. But we're actually doing excellent. Probably we're better if there's a crisis than in non-crisis time.
Wow, that's new. That's news to me, actually. Very nice input.
Trivia.
Do you feel the same way? If I mean, like during a crisis, would it be better for you, safer for you to invest your money in a franchise? Let's just say, I mean, you already did for probably I don't know what reason, but let's just say in a crisis, would you probably do the same thing if you had money to invest?
I believe so, because it's much safer, like you said, than putting up your own business with a no name, compared to a business, a franchise that already has an established name. So I think it's much safer.
Ah, okay.
So that's one of the benefits of getting into franchising because of the established name.
Yes.
That's right, yes. And the whole system, you see, you will hardly fail if you get a franchise compared if you do it on an independent basis.
Hardly fail. What is the
There is
percentage?
the reason behind this, because you see, when you buy a franchise, like her, she bought a franchise. So first of all, she gets assistance, she gets training, she gets opening assistance.
Yes.
She got a manual, she got a procurement program most likely, which tells her where to buy, what to buy, when to buy. So you get so much, and you're never alone in the franchise system. You can always ask somebody. You can ask the franchisor, you can ask other franchisees, you can ask the consultant. So there's always somebody there. If you're in panic to turn to, or if
Also,
you have a
you're not
question.
doing it alone.
Alone, yes.
Yes.
If you open your own business,
Oh.
that's it. You're all at yourself. So where to turn to. In a franchise system, as a franchisee, you always have somebody whom you can ask for advice.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's actually that makes me feel safe.
Yeah, okay.
That answer right there. Okay, so let's see. What challenges do franchisors, do people who want to set up franchises face initially when they make that decision?
You mean if company want to go into franchising?
Yes.
Of course, they have to have a system already somewhat in place. They also have to have a uniqueness in the business, some kind of a uniqueness. And I usually say there should be only two requirements for a company. The one is they have to be profitable.
Yeah.
And the other one is they have to be beyond the trial and error stage. Trial and error stage.
Okay. Beyond
And the rest you can fix.
It has to be profitable. It has to be beyond trial and error. How do you determine beyond trial and error?
You have to have that feeling. If you're the owner, you have the feeling, oh, I'm still somewhat screwing up, or I'm already doing the right thing. You see, so if you know that you're doing the right thing, that shows you that you're actually already beyond your trial and error stage. When you're really sure that, let's say, like in the restaurant, this is already my menu, I won't change it for the next year or so, I don't have a problem with feedbacks or the service is properly of my staff, etc. So I don't have a problem with that. That would be an indication for a company owner to say, okay, I'm ready for going into franchising.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, let's see. We heard how it could be challenging also to set up a franchise, but How about to get into one? What are the challenges you face?
Initially, getting into a franchise, the challenges I've encountered personally is looking for a right location.
Oh, okay.
That's the initial, because that's where it all will start. A right location, and then after that, the operation itself. Since I'm a first-timer, how you operate it, how you manage it. Even though, like what Rudolph said here, you have a manual, everything is already there, but you have to apply it.
Yes, okay. So managing also.
Yes, managing the store itself.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, I think we have a
we have a question over here. How much is the lowest franchising investment for a simple employee? Is there a safety net?
If I want to answer this, right now there's a lot of very cheap franchises out there. And at the same time, I would like to warn the public also, because particularly when it comes to food cart franchises, there's also a lot of scams out there. That's why even the TTI came now with a new regulation, which requires all franchisors to have franchise offering circulars. Also that franchise companies have to be a member of any of the 3 associations in the Philippines. So to clean out somewhat the industry, because particularly in the food cart business, there's a lot of scamming going on.
Oh, really?
Yes. So if you have money to invest, I would say a serious franchise costs you more than 100,000, from 150,000 to up.
That's a serious franchise.
That's a serious franchise.
Does that include like operating expenses already, or just the franchise?
In some cases, like in some food carts, which are already the serious category, above 100. But there's a lot of, as I said, there's a lot of scammers out there who sell very cheap franchises, but they don't actually have a real system and no real backup of their own business actually. So you have to be also aware, particularly when it comes to the cheap franchises, that there's a lot of scams going on there.
Does it mean that automatically, if it's below 40,000 pesos, it's automatically a scam? Or?
Not necessarily, but I would not say not.
Okay.
Generally, yes, but not generally no either.
Okay.
But I don't know any serious franchise company who sells the franchise lower than among the one I know is 130,000.
Okay.
That's the lowest what I know.
Okay.
Interesting.
I would like to remind everyone of the number we have. It's right here below, 0932-217-5759, and please indicate your name and location. You might even want to use an alias, it's okay, but just indicate so that we know how to call you. Okay? What name to use when we talk to you. All right? So we're going to be veering into a break, but I think I have one more question before the break, okay? Because I see that Binalot is, and I've been to Binalot, it has a unique concept. Okay, it's a concept particularly Binalot. Okay, and you cannot deny that that's it. So, is uniqueness or a factor when you're opening up a franchise? We'll ask you later, Rudolph. I know you have a lot to share. Let's ask. Was that a main consideration when you took up Binalot or any franchise for that matter?
Yes, basically yes. Kasi it's, Binalot is parang, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the only one in the food industry that does it that way. That wraps its food in banana leaves and then with paper, craft paper. It's also one factor for me. That's why I decided to franchise Binalot. Aside from the food, because I believe if you want to franchise something, or if you want to own a business, you have to love it. You have to really like it and love it, diba? So you can sell it also.
So you like cooking also?
Yes.
Okay. So that's great. Okay, so we'll be taking a break right now, and we'll be back with Rudolph to answer that question. Is uniqueness important when setting up a franchise? And if you're not unique, what do you do?
Yeah.
We'll be back after this break.